Hey everybody, it's Deanna back with another video. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm just gonna be focused on laundry and talking. And I'm also here with Caleb. Okay, he stopped talking now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be chit-chatting a little bit, and while I'm doing laundry, but so, as you can tell by the title, I had VSG surgery, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Where do I want to start? I guess I'll just start here. The reason I've been MIA is because I haven't really been feeling myself. I haven't really, I don't know, my personality was just gone. I wasn't really feeling well. It was just so many different factors into me being MIA. But I also was in the process of getting the surgery, for some health, not major health reasons, but to help prevent certain health reasons and all that stuff, and also to give myself more energy and to help lose weight and all that other stuff. But so I'm just gonna start. That's the reason why I wanted to get it, because I just felt like my life is short. It can be short rather, and I don't want to take any part of me away from my son. So I want to give him my all, and I want to do it as best as I can. So that's why I've decided to get the surgery. I got the surgery October 14th this year, 2019. Today that I'm making this video is actually, I think, 6 weeks since I had surgery. Before the surgery, what I had to do, I actually met with my surgeon back in 2017 about getting the surgery, and I feel like that's why it went so fast this time, because we already discussed it. I kind of started the process and everything. So I had met with him back in 2017 about getting the surgery. I was recommended by my primary care to speak with him to get information and decide if I wanted to move forward. He gave me some insight on it, and so when I met with him, he gave me some people that I had to meet with. They wanted me to do a sleep study because I have sleep apnea, and then they also wanted me to meet with a nutritionist who helps you discuss with all the vitamins that you need, the protein intake that you're going to need, and any other things that you need to deal with along the way. And then they also have you meet with a psychiatrist that works with bariatric patients. So I did that also back in 2017. I did both of those things back in 2017. I did the sleep study back in 2017, and then I had to do a upper GI series after that. But back then, the reason why I didn't finish was because they said oh, I needed to sleep, use a BiPAP machine, CPAP machine, or something like that. And come to find out, I really didn't need it. But back then they were saying oh, you have to have it, or you can't have the surgery because you have to be on it during surgery and all this other stuff. And so so I was trying to go through insurance, and my insurance wouldn't pay for the CPAP machine and all that stuff, and it was just thousands of dollars for a machine that was really ridiculous, all the requirements and all that stuff. So I just never did it. And then fast forward to this year, 2019, I met with my primary care, and that's she asked me again about why I never went through with the surgery and all this other stuff. And then so she's decided to say that she thinks that sorry that my laundry's on the camera, but she decided to say Oh yeah. Well, like, since like that's the reason, like with the CPAP machine, like I'm gonna help you, like one way or another, to be able to get a machine or whatever. I don't know. Like my primary care, she's such a sweetheart. Like she really is. Like she like actually is concerned about her patients. She actually cares. She doesn't like rush you, and like if you cry, like, or anything, like she's crying with you, like all of that. Like I don't know, like my like personality lately has been like really like all over the place. Like one minute I'm happy, one minute I'm crying, and I feel like my weight has like a like plays a big part in it. Like you know, like you feel like some type of way or whatever, and like I she cried with me many a times. Like when we talk about my weight, like it's sensitive. It was sensitive to me. It still is, and like she cried with me many a times. Like you know, like that's why like I really like her. When people ask me who my primary care is, like I actually recommend her to different people. If they choose not to go to her, then you know that's on them. But her name is Jasper Kaur. She's in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. If anybody lives in New Jersey and is watching this video, like she is awesome. Um, yeah, like she's awesome, and um, she has like 5-star ratings, like everything. Like I don't know, like the whole office is great. But yeah, so she was like, I'm gonna find a way to like help you get this machine, and like whatever you need. Like if the insurance won't cover it, I'll find a way. Like I'll help you find a way to get it covered. And so she's like, so we're gonna start with another sleep study. So here goes the process all over again. So she was like, if I can help you get this machine, like would you consider you know, starting the process again? So I'm like, of course. Like, you know, like I was interested a couple of years ago, and I'm still interested in doing it. So she said okay, and we're moving forward. So she scheduled me for a sleep study, and they said I have like sleep apnea, but it's not like crazy. To like, I forgot the results because it was back in May 2019. So yeah, back in May I had the sleep study, and like when I got the results, it wasn't like anything crazy to where I actually needed the machine. So here, like this is like annoying me all over again, like because I needed the machine. They said back then, this time I went to a different place. So the first place that I went back to, 2017, said I needed the machine. It was gonna cost me like $3,000 for the machine, and I'm like, if I really needed to like live off of that machine and it was like dire need, then like yeah, I would spend $3,000 for the machine. If like it was like life or death, like if it was like life threatening, like I really couldn't breathe and stuff. But like for me to be paying for a machine out of pocket that I'm not gonna need after a few months or like a year or so, because I lost the weight. Like you know, they were saying like losing the weight from the VSG surgery helps get rid of sleep apnea and other health conditions or whatever. So I'm like, I'm not really trying to pay $3,000 and then in a year or so, like I'm not gonna need it. Like what am I gonna do with this? It's gonna be in the closet collecting dust, and I'm gonna sit there and pay $3,000 for it. Like, so I wasn't like, I don't know, like I just wasn't really beat like to be trying to like spend that type of money on certain stuff like that. And unless it was like dire need, like they're just saying like, oh, you have to be on it because you're going to have to be on it during surgery. You're going to have to be on it like before, like your insurance wants you on it before, during, and after the surgery until the doctor says like you don't need it. But it wasn't necessarily for me to be on the machine for like what like any health reasons, like me not be able to breathe or whatever. They were saying like it was mild, like it wasn't like crazy to where like I would like suffocate or stop breathing or whatever in my sleep. So this year it was the same thing. Like it was like mild, and but my insurance didn't like really say, they didn't say anything to me like, oh, you have to like wear it and all that stuff. They were just saying like, yeah, you like, it's a couple of times where like your breathing like slowed down and whatever. And then all of a sudden I get a letter in the mail 2 months, no, 5 months later about like, oh, it wasn't medically necessary for the sleep study test, and that now I have to come out of pocket. Like, the insurance will cover it because it wasn't medically necessary, and now I have to come out of pocket to pay for it. Like, I think like $400. I mean, like, it's whatever. Like, I'll pay the $400, but it just annoys me because, like, you know, this time I'm thinking like, alright, like my insurance changed through my job. Like, maybe like this year the insurance will help me pay for the machine, and then come to find out I didn't even really need the machine, and they gave me a hard time 2 years ago to even try to get the machine. So like, I was like annoyed like with it because now I gotta come out $400 and I didn't even need the machine. Like, if they would have just resulted me correctly a couple of years ago, like saying like you don't really need the machine, then like I obviously wouldn't have did it this year, and now I'm gonna have to come out of pocket $400 to pay for the sleep study that I took. So that was one part that I was annoyed, but I'm like, let's just keep going. Like, we did all of this to, we did all of this to go through with this and get this done and start it all over again. So I'm like, let's just keep going. So I had to meet with the same dietitian. She's awesome. Like, to be honest, like, I don't know how to explain her, but she's great. Like, she's also like not judgmental or, you know, just there to get a quick dollar. Like, she actually like cares as well. Like, I don't know, like everybody like that I'm not gonna say everybody. So far, my primary care and the nutritionist were awesome. Like, they were great. So like, she went through like a lot of stuff for me. We had like a lot of my paperwork from like a couple of years ago before when we met and all of that, and she like remembered me, and you know, like we just brushed stuff on like some stuff that we went over, and you know, she told me to keep trying out protein shakes and the vitamins that I need and some stuff that I can eat that has protein and, you know, all that stuff. So that was in August 2019. Are you okay? Caleb is sick, but yet he's not sick. You know how kids do. They're sick, but they're not really sick. So that's what I'm dealing with this Sunday. Yeah, where was I? I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. Don't mind me. Yeah, so then I had him do, like, the psychiatry thing. He was a psychiatrist and whatever. And then, I went to the same place again. And I guess because it's been, like, a couple of years, I had to, like, it was like me being, like, a new patient. So I had to, like, do everything over, and you literally spend like forever there. Like, they have you do like this. First off, they have you fill out like 100 pages worth of paperwork when you get there. Then like that just takes up so much time. That takes up at least 40 minutes of your time. Then you have to wait to take like this test before you meet with the psychiatrist. You have to take this test on this computer. There's 2 tests. One is like 300 questions, or one is like 360 something questions, like 365 questions, and then the other test is like 165 questions, and it takes another hour and a half of your time, depending on like your speed of like reading and comprehension and all that other stuff. But then you take that test. They ask you 50 million questions over and over again of the same thing, worded different ways. They try to make you sound crazy, dumb, and stupid. Some of the questions that they, well, it's not really like, it's like statements, like true or false statements. And they like ask you the same stuff over and over again. They try to make you seem like you crazy. Like, some of the statements that they wanted you to like do true or false was like, either way that you like answered it, whether true or false, it wasn't really like your true answer. Like, I can't think of like the questions offhand, but I don't know if like you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like somebody asking you a question and it's like if you say yes to it, it's not really like the answer that you wanted to give because like how they worded it, and if you say no, it's still not the answer you want to give because of how they worded it. Like it makes you seem crazy. Like no matter what you say, it's the wrong answer. Like I don't know how to explain it, but if anybody had to do it, like you'd understand. Like and like it was like a question like, oh, are you, like for instance, like one of the questions was like, are you scared of the dark? To be honest, I am scared of the dark. So yes, I put yes, I'm scared of the dark. Then but the next question, like if somebody would have answered like, no, I'm not scared of the dark, right? Like say you're not scared of the dark, you put no, and then the next question they'll say like, does your family know you're scared of the dark? Yeah. But if you put no, you're not scared of the dark, why would your family know that you're scared of the dark? Like, does your family know that you're scared of the dark? Like, why would I answer that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I just said, like, if I was the person who would have put no, like, then that next question wouldn't, like, pertain to me. But, yeah, I still have to answer it. Like, it was, like, questions like that. Like, it just was, like, annoying me. Like, I had to sit there and waste, like, an hour to an hour and a half on that. And it was, like, it wasn't, like, just, that was a question on it, to be honest. But it was like so many, like the questions were like all over the place, and like so many different questions, so many different scenarios, and but it was like it'll ask you a question on whatever scenario, and then it'll ask you a question, like a second question, kind of like that. Does your family know you're scared of the dark? And it's like no matter how you answer it, it's wrong because it's not like how you want to answer it. But I just felt like it was a waste. And then we go to like, I had to meet with the psychiatrist. I probably, after all of that, I probably was in her office for maybe 15 minutes. Like, after all that paperwork I had to fill out and the test, the 2 tests that I had to take, I was in her office for all of like 10, 15 minutes. And it was like so quick. Like, she was just like mad dry. Like, she didn't really care. Like, to be honest, like, you could tell, like, she was just like, so, why are you here? So, what's your reasoning why I'm getting surgery? You know, like, what are some the complications of the surgery? Did they explain that to you? I'm like, yeah. She's like, so what are they? And I'm like, oh, well, they said this and they said this. She's like, okay, all right, like, I got it. Like, she just kept, like, cutting you off and stuff. Like, I'm just like, I don't know, like, maybe that's her personality, but, like, she come off, like, rude and, like, mean. Like, I don't know. Like, she was just, like, mad cold, like, to the end. I ain't like that. Like, I felt like people really go to her to, like, you know, like, talk and all this other stuff. Like, I felt like if I really needed a psychiatrist for, like, another reason, I wouldn't be able to talk to her at all. I wouldn't. Like, I would be, like, she's so cold and standoffish, like, I wouldn't be able to, like, concentrate and focus and be able to, like, open up to somebody like that. But I'm like, whatever, like, this is just to get my surgery, so if I gotta talk to her, I'll talk to her. So I just talked to her, whatever, and she asked me, like, oh, why you want to get it, and blah, blah, blah. I told her. So that was that. Then, so those were the requirements. Then I had to get a letter of medical necessity from my primary. So, and then, like, they just had to fax it over to the office. So she did that. And then after they received all of, like, everything from, like, the doctors, like, the nutritionist and all that stuff, and then the letter of medical necessity, we picked a pre-op appointment date. And you pick you pick the date you want your surgery, and then you pick a pre-op appointment date, like, because the pre-op appointment date was a week before my surgery. So my pre-op appointment was October 2nd, 2019. So I had to call and, like, choose those things, and then within 30 days, that was like in September, I met with the nutrition and the psychiatrist both in August, and then I had to do upper GI series, like taking pictures of your stomach and all stuff. You had to drink, like, this chalky stuff, and then you had to, like, drink, like, these stuff that's kind of like Pop Rocks or whatever. And so I had to do that. I did that the end of August. Because they gave you, you have to do that within 30 days of your pre-op appointment because you have to get it, because after you do all of that, then they submit it to your insurance to see if you get approved. So I did that. I just did everything as early as I could. So I had the upper GI. No, I'm sorry, the upper GI was not, was it? I don't know, whatever. I think the upper GI you just did before the pre-op appointment. Yeah, you have to do that, and then you call them and make a pre-appointment. What you had to do within the 30 days was you had to get blood work, like tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of blood work. That's what you had to do within 30 days. So after you get your pre-op appointment and your appointment date, you have to get all of your blood work done and urine samples and all that good stuff that they need from you, and then they submit it to the insurance. That's what they do. And after that, then you just like wait to make sure it gets approved by insurance, and if it's approved, you go on with your surgery date. So I did receive a letter in the mail about my surgery being approved. So it was just like a waiting game after that. Then 1 week before the surgery, October 7th, I had to start a liquid diet, a high protein liquid diet, where I had to drink 3 protein shakes a day. I had to consume between 60 to 80 grams of protein a day. So I had to drink 3 protein shakes a day, and everything else was like liquids. Like I was drinking like broth and eating Jello and stuff. And I'm like a full week. Like some people had to do longer than that. Some people it's shorter than that. But a week was like just right for me. Like it was torture a little bit, but at least it wasn't any longer than that. Like some people have to do, I heard that has to do like 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't imagine like eating Jello for 2 weeks, because Jello is like, I don't know, like I just have a thing against Jello. It's like a love-hate relationship. Like it's good, but the texture is like disgusting, and I don't know, me telling you Jello is like a fight in itself. So that was like a hard thing to do for a full 7 days. Then after I had the surgery in October, I was in the hospital for 1 day. I was discharged the next day. I was in a lot of pain, but it was like you had to like get up and start walking and stuff, because like if you like didn't get up and start walking, if you didn't walk, or like TMI to some people who pass the gas and make a bowel movement and pee and all that stuff like that, like you couldn't be discharged. I didn't, thankfully. Let me have on this split table. I don't even know who's rolling, but whatever. I didn't have any of like the stuff that I kept hearing like everybody talk about. Like people was like, oh my god, the gas pains are so bad. I feel like it hurts so bad. I'm in so much pain and nausea and vomiting and whatever. I didn't have any of that at all. I didn't have any gas pains. I didn't have any nausea, vomiting, no acid reflux, nothing. Only had like just pain from the surgery, like normal pain. And after a few days, like the pain like wore off, but it was like I did keep getting like this cramping pain, but like it eventually went away. But yeah, so that's what happened. So I was out of work. I think they told me to have me out for like 3 weeks, right? But my job told me like, oh well, you're in the schedule. I'm like, well, I'm not supposed to come back until like X date. And they're like, well, I don't have to tell you, like if you don't come in, then like it's gonna be like a call out or whatever. And I'm like, I don't understand, because if I'm on disability, like I can't work. Like that can mess up my disability, like to the point where like I can owe those people money and stuff, like whatever. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go in and I'll like talk to a manager or whatever when I get there. But I work overnight, so the actual manager that I need to talk to obviously isn't there. So I had to talk to the assistant manager, and she like that day that I just so happened to go into work, she had helped out and worked during the day, so she didn't work at night, and she kind of like wasn't like too beat to talk to me, like she was like ready to get here because she'd been there all day. So it's nobody to talk to. So she was like, oh, we'll just make a copy of the paper, give it to the manager in the morning, blah blah blah. So I worked from 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. 7 p.m. you know, I was on my work, I talked to her, blah blah blah. By 9 p.m. oh my gosh, I was in so much pain, like, oh my god, like, people probably was thinking like, this girl just mad because she had to come back to work and she wasn't supposed to. But I'm telling you, that was not the case. Like, I was in so much pain, just cramping, just hit me out of nowhere. 2 hours after being into work, then I started getting nausea. Then I started vomiting. Then it like eased up a little bit after I started vomiting. Then it came back again and just hit me all over again to the point where I couldn't stand up and talk. Like, I was shaking everything. And then, sorry if I keep looking over there. I'm like checking the time because I have to go pick up my boyfriend from work. Yeah, so, come to find out, I get sent to at 11 o'clock, I get sent down to the ER. Fast forward, I've been there all night. 6 o'clock in the morning, I go for a CAT scan. Around 7:15, 7:20 a.m. the next day, appendicitis. Like, I was like, hey, my luck. So they had to put me, I had to stay there and get surgery that day. Thankfully, I was released the same night because I wanted to go home. Like, I was literally in the ER from 11 p.m. the night before until like 8 something when they came to get me for surgery. Like, they didn't even put me back into a room. They had me in the hallway until 3 a.m. with no call bell, nobody checking on me, no nothing. And I was in so much pain. And then 3 a.m. they finally moved me back to a room to where if I needed somebody, I can actually get somebody to come help me. But, you know, whatever. What's done is done. So I was just like, you know, annoyed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So they were like, all right, well, just take them out for dinner. And if you can keep dinner down, you can go. So by 7 p.m. I was out of there. But so that's what happened to me. So I'm still currently out of work, and I officially go back to work in 2 days. So it's like bittersweet. Like, I've been off and enjoying my time off, and you know, being home with my son and my family and all that. But I'm like driving myself crazy. Like, I want to go back to work. I do, but I don't. You know, it's a love-hate relationship. So back to the surgery. So within like the first 2 weeks, believe it or not, I had to be on the day I was in the hospital. I was NPO the first day, the day of the surgery. The next day, day 1 post-op, I was clear liquid, and then I was discharged home. I was clear liquid for the rest of that day, and then the next day started a week of full liquids with the same like 3 protein shakes a day, blah blah blah. And then so I was on a full liquid with the 3 protein shakes a day. The second week I was on puree. Was it puree? Yeah, puree for a week with 2 protein shakes a day, because whatever you're eating, like eggs or whatever, will give you some more extra protein. And then the 3rd and 4th week I was on soft foods, dropping down to 1 protein shake a day. Stop right here. And then now, if he said no bread, rice, and pasta, and he says try to like wean myself off of like the protein shake or whatever, which I'm like half drinking. I'm trying to like get my protein in with food right now, but if I really can't like get my protein in or whatever for whatever reason that day, like I will have like a protein shake. And yeah, so I'll do that like if I really need it, like if I really can't get my protein in. So for my post-op, my 2-week post-op appointment, I had lost 34 pounds, which is great because, you know, who can realistically lose 34 pounds in 2 weeks? Just saying. Ever since I have been at a stall, I have not lost a single pound. And I'm like over here like doing the same thing. Like I knew like once like I got off like the liquid phase that like I would like my weight loss would slow down, but it didn't like just slow down, like it stopped. Like I'm 6 weeks, so for like the last 4 weeks I've been stuck at the same weight. Like I know they say you lose inches. I can tell. To be honest, like I don't know, I wasn't like that into like the whole like inches thing. Like I just can't find myself like with a measuring tape every day wrapping around every single part of my body. Like I just wasn't interested in that at all. So, but I can tell that I lost some inches because it was like my clothes fit different. You know, like you can tell by like how your clothes fit different, stuff that you can wear before you can wear now, blah blah blah. And like that's good, but like really though, 4 weeks and I haven't lost anything else, and I'm like barely like eating anything. Like I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, really seriously. So like that's where I'm at now. I am eating like regular foods, no rice, no pasta. So like you have to eat like healthy foods and healthy snacks while getting your protein in, while getting your water in. Like, you know, like, and it's hard because I'm struggling still to like get all my protein in while still having to get water in, because like you need to get in like your 64 ounces of water a day, and it's like realistically I can't do that right now. We're struggling to eat, we're struggling to keep stuff down, and it's just like impossible. Like it's just gonna take a little while realistically to do that. So that's where I'm at. I went over why I wanted it. I went over what I had to do up to the surgery, and I told you about it. So I think that's about it. Like, other than that, like it's like okay, like I'm feeling a lot better. I am physically ready to go back to work. I like don't really have like too much like any pain anymore now, and I'm like eating, like when you eat, you have, they say like if you have like vegetables on the side, make sure you eat your protein first, and then if you still like not full, then eat like other stuff. Like you're not supposed to eat any more than 2 ounces per meal. People that have anywhere between 4 to 6 mini meals a day, well that's at least what my surgeon has. Every surgeon is different. So some people I heard that they want them to eat 3 meals a day and that's it. But like my surgeon said 4 to 6 mini meals a day. I'm sticking with the 4 to 6 mini meals because I just can't eat a whole bunch all at once. Like I don't like people saying like, oh, when you eat a lot, like you get sick. Like if you overeat, like you get sick, or like it hurts, or you got like some discomfort and stuff. Like I don't have that. Like I'm really like in the back of my mind, like I don't want to like ask my surgeon like, did you really take my stomach out, or like did you really take out what you were supposed to take out? Because like, you know, certain stuff is the same. I haven't had any problems eating foods. Like people was like, oh, every time I eat chicken now I get sick. Like I've eaten like tasted at least everything, like, you know, like the portions are like really small, like maybe like this much, but I've tasted like just about everything, and like I haven't had any problems. Like when I am full, believe it or not, I start sneezing. Like some days I feel like I can eat more, and then other days I like can take like 2 bites of whatever I'm eating and I'm done. And the days that I feel like I can't eat more or whatever, I feel like that's when I'm like going inside my head like, did he really take out my stomach? Like, is this something that he didn't tell me? Like, did he fake the surgery? Like, I don't know, cause like at this point, like the way the way that my weight is like stalled for the last 4 weeks, like, I don't know, like I'm just like confused as to why like nothing's happening. I know they say slow and steady, but like come on now, it's been 4 weeks. I haven't even lost one single pound. But like I am happy though that I lost the 34 pounds that I did. And I'm very grateful because, you know, who can lose 34 pounds that fast on their own? It's like impossible in like 2 weeks, like, you know. But I have to make sure I stay up on my vitamins and whatever. I take vitamin patches from Patch MD. I do not know how they work yet. I'm waiting for my 3-month post-op appointments, you know. So I think that I get my blood work and stuff done. I'm not sure, but hopefully I do, because I would like to make sure. I read reviews and saw videos on reviews, and a lot of people say that they actually do work, but you know, I don't want to try it for myself. So I did the patches, and I'm waiting for my whenever I get blood work to make sure that everything is good. And I will see when that happens if my vitamin patches are actually working how they are supposed to be working. If they are working how they're supposed to be working, then I will keep up with the patches, because it's already a struggle to eat and I don't want to have to swallow pills every day. But if the patches aren't working how they're supposed to work, then I will go and get pills. But yeah, other than that, I think that is kind of pretty much it. And you guys, I'm home with my laundry. I just gotta put them away. Everything's just about folded. Putting together some socks right now, which is the worst part, because I hate searching for socks. And it's always going missing. And Caleb is talking to himself. But I just love little kids, because they just like know how to entertain themselves. But yeah, that is why I've been MIA. That is why my mood has been all over the place. Well, at least partially the reason my mood has been all over the place. Like, I just haven't been up to doing much of anything. I really haven't. Like, I was going to the gym, and like, you know, they say you have to walk like at least a minimum 30 minutes a day. So, you know, I'll go to the gym every day, and I'll get on the treadmill, and I'll walk until my little heart is content. But you know, like, the last day that I walked on the treadmill was the day I went to work. I had to go to work that night, and it was the day that I had the appendicitis stuff. So now I haven't really like been to the gym, but I have been like walking. You know, like, I'll just go out and just walk somewhere, and you know, whatever. Take my time, take a break if I need it. But yeah, that was that. Like, I hope you guys found this video informative, because I know that when I was on my journey, oh my gosh, like, like, I'm still on my journey, obviously, but when I was like beginning my journey, like, I was clueless. Like, I was like scared. Like, my doctor, like, he is like great, but like, he's kind of like dry, like his personality. Like, he's not mean or anything. He's just like kind of like straightforward. Like, he's very blunt, and I'm like, some people find it intimidating, because like I did. I found it very intimidating, and I felt like I couldn't really like talk to him. But he has like this RN that like works beside him or whatever, and she's like very outgoing, very sweet, very nice or whatever. It was pretty much easy to talk to him, but you know, like, you can't just call them up every like 5 minutes or whatever and like ask them stuff or whatever. And I just like had like so many questions that I was afraid to like ask him. But so I was just like watching videos and doing research and all this other stuff, and then like, it's still like a lot of things that you just like figure out on your own as you go along. And guys, it is a journey. Like, I'm telling you, like, right now I am struggling. I keep hearing people say that at 3-month mark you start losing hair, and I'm worried about losing my hair. I don't know. It's just so many things that like are on my mind and like going around and around constantly, and I'm like still struggling. I go back to work on Tuesday and I still haven't got a routine down for like eating and like what I'm supposed to eat at what times, and you know how I'm going to do it while I'm working, and like I'm just stressed out. Like I really am, and I don't know. But like don't get me wrong, I'm really glad that I did this surgery. I am, because like it's not like the easy way out. Like people always say like, oh, you took the easy way out, like you could have just did it on your own. Like I could have, but then I also probably wouldn't have. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like for me, like I will do like a diet, or you know, if you say, oh, don't call it a diet because like, you know, your mind or whatever is gonna like whatever, like call it, just tell yourself it's like a lifestyle change. Okay, so I did that before. I did a lifestyle change. Sorry, these are like the dryer sheets things. Sorry, I don't have trash in my hand, but yeah, like I did the whole lifestyle change thing. I did the whole diet thing and cutting back and, you know, like eating healthy and however which way you want to word it. I've tried it all, and to be honest, like I'll lose a couple of pounds here and a couple of pounds there, and I will get discouraged, or like one day I'm like, you know what, I'm really craving like a donut or something, like whatever you crave, like I'll be like, oh, I'm craving it, and then like after I crave it, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna start over again tomorrow, and then tomorrow is just keep getting pushed back to the next tomorrow, and the next tomorrow, and the next tomorrow, and like I just like really needed something to like, you know, like change me, like, you know, like drastically change me. And like, yes, this is a tool. You don't just lose weight, like you have to actually like work at it and do what you're supposed to do too. Like obviously in the beginning you're gonna lose weight because like you're on like a liquid diet or, you know, whatever, but like you really have to like go to the gym. You really gotta like move around and like do stuff. You really have to like eat certain thing, like, you know, you gotta make sure you get your protein in, like even if you don't feel like eating. Like half the time I forget to even eat, like, and then all of a sudden I'm like hungry out of nowhere, and then I'll like go, I'm like, I'm so hungry, I'll make food, and then 2 bites and I'm like done. Like it's a struggle to try to get your protein when like 2 bites in you're like full, like, and then like I still gotta like get my water in and everything else. Like I'm just like still trying to figure it all out. It's a little frustrating, but I think it will be worth it in the end. I will keep you guys updated, but this video is super long. Thank you if you made it all the way through and to the ends or whatever, but I don't blame you if you skipped through some parts. But I don't know, I feel like this video might be helpful to some people, even though it's extremely long. I feel like it might be helpful, you know, as to the process that you might have to do. But because I know like I was having trouble in the beginning of like figuring out what I had to do. Some people would like talk about like certain things but not other things, and if it's anything at all that you guys would like to ask me, I will answer you to the best of my knowledge, like based off of my experience. I'm in no way like an expert. Trust me, I'm only 6 weeks out, and but like if I can answer your questions or help you in any way, like please like, you know, message me. It's like anytime. Like I always have my phone. I'm halfway up during the days and I work overnights. Like at any time if you need anything, like you can message me and talk to me. I'm really like a really nice person, and I will like try to keep updating you again. I'll probably like sooner or later do what I eat in the day maybe, or like I don't know, I'll figure it out, because I'm just like getting back into this. Like I want to do this, I really do, but like, you know, like when you're not yourself, you're not yourself, and I'm like slowly getting there. So please work with me. Please, like, if you want me to do a specific type of video or have me talk about something specific that I talked about in this video, or like leading up to the video, after the video, anything, like tell me in the comments what you want me to talk about, and I will. Like, I'm here for you guys. You want to come say hi? Come on, come here. No. He's shy. He said hi from the side. Alright, I'm going to cut this off now because this is really like 45 minutes. I'm so sorry I made this long. But I will talk to you guys later.